What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another podcast and also another community call and also another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why losing fat isn't the problem, but it's about how and why you're doing it. Today, we're going to go over everything that you need to do to make sure that you are successful in your weight loss and fat loss journey. You say you're doing it to feel better, but you're not. You're obsessing over every inch of your body, trying to get lean in all the wrong ways. So let's unpack that. Let's talk about why people actually don't get results, even when they work out and eat healthy. I see it all the time. So many people just trying to eat healthy and work out, yet they're not getting results. They're not seeing their body change within a year. And a year's worth of work can go to waste if you're doing the things that I'm going to tell you in this podcast. So, part one, the trap of the shredded culture. Everybody wants to lose that last little bit of arm fat, or that last little bit of lower belly fat that hangs. So then that way you can get a physique that's nice and tight. You can wear the clothes that you want really comfortably. And for a lot of people, most importantly, so you feel confident when you're naked in front of your partner or in front of anybody. And a lot of the time, people don't feel that way. But usually people's goals spark because they truly do want to feel comfortable in their own skin, which I completely understand. But you have to ask about where that is coming from. A lot of the time, we want to accomplish these goals and put so much effort and, I would say, stress into these goals because of insecurity. Feeling like you're not enough until you look a certain way. Social media distorts our perception. Constant exposure to fitness influencers makes you believe that it's normal to be extremely lean and super fit. Like, it's all over social media. It's pretty crazy. I've had clients who were already down 20 pounds looking great and still said, I just need to get leaner. And they also came off to me in a way, like, just by how they expressed themselves, like they weren't happy or they weren't psyched about their results. Like it wasn't good enough. And I have felt that in my life so many times with work and what I do for and my own fitness journey. If you're doing it from a place of shame, you'll never be happy with what you see in the mirror. Let that sink in. If you're doing it from a place of shame, you're never going to be happy with what you see in the mirror. That's not transformation. That's obsession. Why? I'll explain. Because some people might think that that's wrong. A lot of people might think like, oh, no, it's okay that you're doing it from a place of shame. And I think that you can kind of have a balanced perspective on this. Because you can kind of do it from a place of shame where you can prove yourself wrong. And that's really gratifying. Like, that's a good feeling to, do it that way. But I'll tell you what, I've done that most of my life. Like the last 15 years of just working on my fitness goals. A lot of it has been to prove people wrong. To show people that I'm better than them. To show people that I'm capable. But every workout, every meal added up to that, And I excused the enjoyment part about it and sacrificed that to get to a level of physique that for a lot of people is like not realistic naturally, because it's fucking hard. But think about that. Years and years of doing, like, it's just like not fun. And so in my life, I even got to the point where I had to ask myself, I'm like, why am I competing in bodybuilding? Why am I competing in powerlifting? Why am I trying to fucking run a marathon? Growing up, I hated competitions. I hated sports. Like, I am an introvert at heart. So why did I keep putting myself in these situations? And it was just simply out of, I'm not good enough. But if you lead with that, it doesn't give you a whole lot back. Part 2, what getting really lean actually feels like. Let me tell you something. For those of you out there who, and this is, men and women, you want to lose that last little bit of fat. You want to lose, that fat under your armpit, that, little love handles, those, all that stuff. I want to get tight, I want to get shredded. Let me tell you, being shredded isn't healthy or sustainable for most people. You lose your sex drive, you're constantly hungry, you have low energy, you have hormonal issues, and your entire focus in life is placed on food, eating right, your body, your output. And that can take away from a lot of the other good things in life, which is what I want to make this podcast about. I've lived that life. I've coached people in that phase. I've coached people out of that phase. I've coached myself out of that phase. And most of them hated how they felt, even if they liked how they looked. And I don't know about you, but something that I'm trying to incorporate more in my life is just the thought of wondering why I'm not happy when I should be. Because life is good. There's a lot of things to not be happy about, but if you can't sustain yourself day to day, a lot of that's due to, and can be due to, how you focus on your health. And your health shouldn't feel like that. Working out and eating well, it should add to your life. It shouldn't be this super big stressful thing that takes away from it, where it feels like it's kind of like this gray area, if you go a little bit outside of your calories, you're fucked. That's not how it is. Part 3, what actually works. Instead of chasing numbers, chase habits that make you feel strong and in control. Train 3 to 4 times a week. You could even train 2 times a week if that suits your schedule better. That's another big thing that I see with people. They really want to work on their health habits and see change in their body, but they overschedule themselves to try and do it quicker. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You have to start thinking how am I going to sustain this for life? How can I approach this from a way where it's not stressful at all? Really? At all? How? Maybe a little bit, but barely. It's easy. How many days a week do I have to hit the gym to make sure that I don't get to the point where I burn out? And then guess what? You sustain that weekly. You don't change it. You don't do more. You know what I mean? You don't overwhelm yourself, because you'll burn out. The same goes for me. I used to work out 6 days a week. And I got to a point in my life, now that I'm maturing and adulting more, where I'm fuck, I'm busy. busy. I don't got a lot of time. I gotta shift my goals around with my health a little bit because it's too much. Focus on strength, not sweating out your insides and working out to the max. Focusing on strength doesn't mean just, hitting bigger lifts every single time that you train. Focusing on strength means listening to your body, dialing it back when you need to, not going hard every week, taking a deload week every 6 weeks. Focusing on strength means staying aware and mindful about how you feel. That's real strength. Because the only way that you can build strength is by, first of all, you can't build strength just by pushing your limits every week nonstop. Impossible, even for me. I have to get to the point where I dial it back and work my way up, dial it back, work my way up, and it's give and take with your body. Like when it comes to building true physical strength. But also mental strength too. When it comes to habit building, you have to focus on building mental strength, and that's give and take. You can't just go all in and fucking think you're gonna be like that for the rest of your life. You can't David Goggins your way to a body that you feel proud of. Eat high protein, high volume meals that keep you full. That's a key, volume eating. Because if you gotta lose body fat, you gotta be in a deficit. But you don't just need to be in a deficit and eat a lot less in small meals and eat like a bird, but you simply need to eat nutritious. And you can do that by volume eating, where you eat lower calorie, higher nutrient foods. A lot of veggies, meats, rice, potatoes, oatmeal, stuff like that. Maybe with some other macro-friendly foods here and there, because it keeps you full, nutritious, and it also helps your gut. I wonder why I feel good most of the time. A lot of that's because I do eat really nutritious a lot of the time. You gotta make sure that you walk, get outside, get some fresh air, get some sun most importantly. Sleep like it's your job. So many people slack on sleep. They stay up super late, they have some drinks, they think it's okay, but it fucks with your sleep. And sleep is if you really want to live a better life, sleep is one of those things that will tremendously impact your life. Anytime I ever have a shit sleep, it massively impacts my next day. The people who win in the long run aren't the ones with the most discipline. It's the ones with the system they can stick to when life gets busy. And that's where people fuck up. You need to stop punishing your body into shrinking and start building a lifestyle that supports the body that you want to live in. Let me tell you about my client Emily. She's 15 pounds down right now. Started with me a couple months ago. And she's doing it the right way. Super proud of her. Started off overwhelmed and self-conscious. Thought she had to do cardio every day to burn fat. We simplified everything. 3 strength training sessions a week. She has a protein target, weekly check-ins, minimal cardio. We tweaked her eating a little bit. She's focused on very basic things. She's been sending me form videos, learning how to train with real intensity, and more than anything, she's messaged me last week saying, I love the way that my clothes are fitting again. I feel like me. Do you know how big that is? But that's not possible by burning yourself out and doing the most all the time. That's transformation. It feels fucking good. So if you're stuck in that loop of trying to burn fat just to feel good about yourself, take a step back, please, for me, and ask yourself, is the way that I'm doing this sustainable? Am I taking care of myself and being kind to myself in the way that I need to make sure that this feels good? A lot of people take it so seriously when you can still get the job done without doing that. Do I like how I feel, or am I just trying to erase the parts of me I haven't made peace with yet? You cannot move forward in life if you have not made peace with yourself. This shit is not about getting smaller. It's about getting better mentally, physically, and emotionally. So if you're ready to lose 15 pounds, feel good again, and do it the right way, message me. I'll show you how. And that's it for the podcast. I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you guys need anything at all. I got you. Podcasts drop every single Thursday at 5 a.m. If you have any questions about it, please just let me know. If you have any ideas or topics, whatever it may be, shoot me a message. I appreciate the love and the support on the podcasts, for real. I'll talk to you soon. Much love and peace out.